What If? A Book About Recycling by Mick Manning and Britta Grandstrom. All sorts of things could happen to a thrown away bottle. What if it became a trap for small animals? Thrown away glass bottles can become traps. If the bottles break, they can cut people and animals. What if it was found a few months later by a famous artist who made it part of a huge sculpture? A German company once made beer bottles in the shape of bricks. When they were empty, people could use them to build houses. What if the bottle broke? It would take hundreds of sea storms to wear the finger-slicing broken glass into smooth pebbles. Wind and water wear away cliffs and rocks and reshape them. What if you found the bottle and put a message inside with a toy boat to stand guard, then you threw it into the sea? Long ago, a message in a bottle was the only way people who lived on faraway islands like St Kilda could contact the mainland. You should not throw litter into the sea or anywhere else. What if the tide carried your bobbing bottle into a whirlpool and it got dragged deep down to the bottom of the sea? Shipwrecks and other litter on the seabed can be salvaged and recycled. What if the boat finally bobbed back up to the surface and sharks poked it curiously with their snouts as it floated on the waves? Sometimes sharks swallow sharp metal and turtles will swallow plastic bags thinking they are jellyfish. This can kill them. What if, after weeks of drifting across the ocean, your bottle was washed up on a faraway beach? Litter can travel long distances in the sea. The rubbish on beaches comes from all over the world. What if a beach guard cleaning up the beach found the bottle and tossed it into a skip? Many things can be recycled instead of thrown away. This includes cardboard, cans, newspaper, tyres and plastic bottles, glass and batteries. What if the skip was taken by lorry to a recycling plant where the bottles got sorted and put onto a conveyor belt? Green, white, brown. Collection points for bottles are sometimes called bottle banks. What if, after your bottle got washed, it continued along the conveyor with thousands of other bottles to be smashed into smithereens? Used bottles collected, cleaned. Magnet takes away metal tops, crushed into cullet, melted in a furnace, moulded into a new bottle. What if the crushed bottles were sent to a furnace to be melted down into a red-hot soup of liquid glass? Recycled glass can be used for making new bottles, paint for road markings and fiberglass. Fiberglass is used for making cars, planes and many other things. Wait a minute, what if just before your bottle was crushed and melted down, someone spotted your message? Some glass bottles, mostly green ones, contain quite a lot of recycled glass already. What if someday you got a parcel in the post from a faraway country, and when you opened it you found a shiny new green bottle with your boat and message inside? Hi kid, recycle your own rubbish next time. Love from Joe and everyone at the bottle factory. Many everyday things can be recycled instead of thrown away. Perhaps there are some collection sites near you. Plastic bottles are ground into flakes, made into carpets and fibre fillings and jackets, plastic folders and cards. Aluminium cans are squashed and ground into flakes, melted into shiny new aluminium sheets to make new cans. Other metal cans are squashed and melted in a steel factory, made into metal bars and pipes and concrete reinforcing. Glass is crushed into powder, melted and made into new bottles, or made into paint for road markings, or made into fiberglass and road signs. Tyres are melted down and made into rubber mats and running tracks. Newspapers are baled up, pulped into a liquid paper at paper mill, made into phone books and new newspapers. Here are some helpful words. A cullet is the proper name for crushed glass before it gets melted. Energy is the power to make things work. We need energy for light and heat to work machines in factories and to run vehicles like cars, trucks and planes. A lot of energy is used making glass bottles. Furnace is like a very, very hot oven which melts down glass or metal into liquid. Pollution is the poison and mess in the air, land and sea created by our rubbish. Pollution can kill plants and animals, it can harm us too. Reuse is when something is used again and instead of being thrown away, like mixing paint in an old jam jar or reusing an envelope to save paper. Recycle is when you make something new from unwanted, empty or thrown away things. For example, empty bottles can be melted down and made into new ones. Resources are the earth's raw materials such as wood, coal, rock and oil that we use to make everyday things. We must use earth's resources carefully. What would we do without them? Rubbish. People make so much rubbish. Where does it all go when you put it in the bin? Some gets burned, which cause pollution, but most go to your local waste disposal site. These are often dirty, dangerous places with rats and germs. Many countries have started to sort and recycle as much of their rubbish as they can. What can you do to help? To help save the Earth's resources and prevent pollution, you could try reusing things such as envelopes to save paper and plastic bags, which can be used over and over again. Ask your family and school to recycle as much rubbish as possible. There are local collection points for all sorts of glass, paper, cartons, cans and plastic bottles.